My name is Charizard James, and we're here for another deck doctor. We're doing Abzan Doom Foretold in Historic. Now, we've seen Abzan Doom Foretold and other Doom Foretold variants in Standard, but what if you played it in Historic? We're going to go through this deck doctor with you right now. We're going to show you how the deck plays out, and hopefully you like it. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get started. We have Yorion as our companion, so we're all playing 80 cards. We have 2 Bloodchief's Thirst and 4 Thoughtseize to round out the 1-mana spells here. 2 Baffling Ends, 2 Flicker Fates. Baffling End exiles a creature. If you're not familiar with the Historic format, this is not in Standard. It exiles a target creature an opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or less. We have 2 Flicker of Fates here. Exile target creature or enchantment, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control. So this flickers enchantments, so you can flicker the Trial of Ambition and make the opponent sacrifice another creature. You can flicker the Skyclave Apparition on the stack to make it so you can exile something and they actually don't get the spirit. You can flicker your Oath of Kaya. You can flicker your Demonic Pact. You can flicker to make sure you don't lose the game. Flicker your Elspeth Conquers Deaths here. Yorions. You can't flicker Treacherous Blessing because of the clause that says when Treacherous Blessing becomes the target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. But if you really want to get rid of your Treacherous Blessing, if you're at 2 life and you need to get rid of it, then you know what to do. You know what to do. Like I said, we have Trial of Ambition here. A couple of Assassin's Trophies for some removal that is very versatile. We have Kyle Orzhov Usurper, 1 copy in the main deck because there's a lot of Cat Oven decks going around. And just, Mono Red and things like that. We have Oath of Kaya, just a generally good anti-aggro tool, as well as Wrath of God and Extinction Event. We're splitting the 2-2 Wrath of God and Extinction Event because of decks like Auras that have a lot of things that make other cards indestructible. And also cards like Hazoret the Fervent and things that don't die to Wrath of God. We have a Demonic Pact in here. Deals 4 damage to any target and you gain 4 life. Or they can discard 2 cards, you draw 2, or you just lose the game. But the point is to sacrifice it with Doom Foretold before you lose the game. Or flicker it with Flicker of Fate before you lose the game to kind of reset it. We have 2 Vraska Golgari Queen. This also sacrifices Demonic Pact when you have to. And it also sacrifices your Treacherous Blessing so you don't take more life. It's also a generally good Planeswalker with a really game-winning ultimate. We have 4 Elspeth Conquers Deaths, 2 Yorion the Sky Nomads, and 1 Eerie Ultimatum for the spice. No one likes to, bring everything back. No one likes to have Eerie Ultimatum played against them. You've played this attrition game, getting rid of their enchantments and everything if you're playing against this deck, and then they play Eerie Ultimatum, you just lost the game. So it's a good way to go over the top, kind of like a Dance of the Mance type of thing in the Esper decks. We have 2 Emeria's Calls in here. For the sideboard, we have 3 Grafdigger's Cage for those pesky Muxises and Graveyard decks. 2 more Baffling Ends for the anti-aggro. 3 Agonizing Remorse to go along with our Thoughtseizes here to have more hand disruption against control decks. We have a Legion's End here, which is for the Auras decks. A lot of their stuff is indestructible, so being able to get rid of their cards without them making them indestructible is very valuable. It also gets rid of all copies of them. 1 Gideon of the Trials. It's a Planeswalker that attacks, and it's also good at preventing your opponent's creatures from dealing damage, or Planeswalkers. Then we have 1 Witch's Vengeance for goblins, and also elves and things like that. 2 more Kyle Orzhov Usurpers, because we really need to hammer down those Cat Oven decks. And then we have 1 more Extinction Event in here to round up the sideboard. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with some matches, and I'll see you in a second. With this keep it is for sure, right? We'll keep that Doom Foretold on top. Yeah, knowing my luck, I'm the luckiest ever. Okay, so it is some kind of red-black sacrifice deck. Because they can't fuel the Scrounger yet. So what are they going to do? Play Mayhem Devil or Midnight Reaper or something? Midnight Reaper? That's surprising. So I go this. I can Oath of Kaya. Alright, so we're in like a really good position here, especially with 2 more Oath of Kai's in hand against this deck. Hopefully I don't have Kaya and Oven here. We're gonna buff up our Eerie Ultimatum. We're gonna bring back like Oath of Kaya and like Baffling End and stuff. I'm gonna attack. No, we don't drop Doom first because they can bring out this Scrap Heap Scrounger, and then just sack the Scrap Heap and then keep doing that over and over again. I don't really care if I take 6 here because I'm winning the race. I think I'm going to trophy the Wolf Strider. Them for 4, they go to 6, and I attack them again, and then Oath of Kaya their face. So this is good for me so far. Oh, I'm dead. I guess I could just be Xaxes. Sure. This is quite risky. Drafted for 10 hours today? Wow. Well, this is a perfect Baffling End here. Admitting it is the first thing to do. You've been playing Magic for so long you start punting and not caring? That's definitely happened to me before. When I have more emote slots, when I become partner, we will have a Never Punished one right now. Especially another cat. You love playing casual best of 1. Opponent scoops to turn 3 Narset. Opponent Thoughtseizes and scoops. Oh yeah, opponent scoops to me playing Hollow Fountain. Yeah, it's just a bunch of scooping over and over again. I guess I'll play this because we are playing Ultimatum in our deck. I guess I'll plan to blink the Apparitions with the Yorion and the Baffling End. Turn. I'll give him back a 2/2 and a 1/1. Draw your cards. Exile's the 3/3. Thing, because they didn't exile anything. Oh, this is good for me, right? I get to exile their Scrounger and their Wolf Strider here. I guess I'll hold my defenses. I might just chump it. And then we get to Yorion. Not sure whether they sacrifice the cat or the Midnight Reaper, right? So I need to get rid of this token. It'll all get better for us, Billy. That's fine though. My Kaya can kill that. Can kill the 3/3. And then exile the cat. And this ultimate says it deals damage to a player equal to the number of cards they own in their exile, and I gain that much life. Yeah, this game's looking pretty good. It's definitely not over. They have a castle, though. You've one-shot people with Kaya before? Oh, yeah, I have too. But we can't do it unless they have more cards for us to exile. I would like to draw a spell deck. Boom! We'll keep this. Good evening. So, I guess we're Oath of Kaying the next Will Strider here. Oath of Kaya-ing, Kaya-ya-ya-ya. And I'm mad at all of you. Besides Batsmack. We have to say Oath of Kaya-ya-ya, and we have to show the Ayaya emotes, okay? I guess I'll just Extinction Event. Like, I don't really want to. Nah. I don't want to do anything this turn. You play Standard? Play Sultai? Some Esper? This doesn't look like Sultai. It's not Sultai. We're doing a deck doctor right now. A Rumptease version of Mono Red. They have to sack the cat now. I take one from the Mayhem Devil, and then they don't do anything else besides draw a card off the castle. So Mayhem Devil gets exiled. And then I will eventually... I'll eventually Witch's Oven the... It's near and dear to my heart. A few hundred people tournament for one of Jeff Hoagland's Hoaglandia Opens. I got 18th with it was a long time ago, so it was back when Field of the Dead was legal. It was the Yarok Field of the Dead deck. Let's see what we got on top first. See what's cooking. I don't really want to try on. But it gives him a 3/3. I'm okay with giving him a 3/3 though. Don't fear the Reaper. And then next turn I can Doom Foretold and Kaya. Oh wow. ECD first, because Fabled Passage hits me with the devil. And then ECD can get back my Yorion in case they can do the priest thing. Kaya's really, really, really good against that deck, chat. No attacks, because I don't want my Kaya to die. Well, I guess they can use the priest now. Them using priest is actually good for me, because it lets me get the Yorion back off the ECD. And I get to exile both Woe Striders. Let's go! So now I can Doom Foretold and they sacrifice the Scrap Heap Scrounger, but then they can't bring it back. Or maybe they sacrifice the Priest. Actually, they sacrifice the Priest, right? Because they can kill my Kaya. But then if they kill my Kaya... Oh, never mind. Then I can just bring it back. I'm surprised they didn't sack the Priest, because then they get to kill my Kaya, and then I have to choose whether I want Yorion or Kaya. I like this deck. Alright, Jeffrey, have a great stream. I guess I get rid of my Kaya. Exile the Scrap Heap Scrounger. And they can't get it back. They have 9 cards in their exile now. I would have gained 3 extra life. They're going to double Abrade my Yorion. That's ambitious. Double Abrade Yorion, but leave the cage there. I think so. No, I don't want to minus my Kaya. I want to plus my Kaya to where the next turn I can kill them. Because they're at 11, and I can ultimate next turn. So they have to kill my Kaya now. They have to kill Kaya now or they lose. Is this a concession, chat? They sack Giganta to oven and then they eat the food? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Then they sack the Giganta to make 2 food. They eat a food to stay alive, then we attack for 2 for game. Nice. You'll love to see it. That's fun. That's fun. I think this deck has a chance to have good game against everything. One thing that it could get a little trouble with is against the really, really aggressive decks like Goblins. Or like aggressive / combo decks like Goblins, because this is more of like a 1-for-1 removal type deck. Kai was really impressive there. But that match was pretty impressive. I like what this deck has going on here. So if you want to try out this deck, will be in the description of the video as well. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and click that notification button if you want to see more of this type of content. Have a wonderful rest of your day, folks. See you next time.